Looking for a new relationship after dealing with a toxic or abusive situation can be both exhilarating and nerve-wracking. You want to make sure that your next relationship is healthy, loving, and supportive. And there are certain types of people with traits and behaviors that might sound off alarm bells and raise red flags. I've made a list of 11 types of people to avoid when looking for a new relationship. Number 1 is the controller. Encountering the controller can be a challenge, especially for someone who has a history of dealing with toxic and or abusive partners. This type of person often displays a strong need to assert dominance and control, creating a chaotic environment. Some red flags to look for in the controller. They include an overbearing behavior. People who are controllers like being in charge of things in your life. From your daily plans to big choices, they get upset if things don't go their way, creating a world filled with fear and anxiety. They use isolation tactics. They may attempt to isolate you from your loved ones, so you slowly start to depend on them for support and validation. This can make it extremely difficult for you to seek advice from others, leading you deeper into their web of control, guilt, and manipulation. This person can often use guilt as a tool of manipulation. They twist situations or conversations to make you feel responsible for their emotional behavior. And that can cause a sense of false guilt. Type number 2, the uncommunicative partner. This person struggles to engage in open and honest conversations and lacks emotional intimacy and trust. Some red flags they may exhibit in the uncommunicative partner may include avoidance of emotional conversation or discussions that involve emotions, future plans, or anything of significance or depth. This avoidance slows down the growth of emotional closeness and intimacy within the relationship. There's an inconsistency in engagement. This person shows inconsistency within the relationship, causing uncertainty in you about their commitment or feelings. Defensiveness in conversations when faced with the truth about feelings. The relationship's direction or any emotional depth. The uncommunicative partner can become defensive. They deflect or shut down, making it challenging to address concerns and deepen the emotional connection between the pair of you. Stonewalling is a manipulative tactic they may use also. Type number 3, the narcissist. A trending word online nowadays. But coming across the narcissist can truly be a detriment to your mental health. This person is all about self. Their wants, their needs are the only thing that matters. They truly believe that they're better than anyone else. Avoid this person at all costs. Some of their red flags include a constant need for validation. The narcissist constantly needs and seeks validation and admiration at the expense of your emotional needs. They thrive off of attention and praise to inflate their sense of self-importance. They lack empathy. Empathy isn't a part of the narcissist's behavior. They disregard or minimize your feelings, focusing only on their own concerns or desires. They possess manipulative behavior for self-gain. The narcissist uses manipulative tactics to achieve their goals. They use charm, lies, and manipulate your emotions to bend situations to their favor. Type number 4, the gaslighter. Another popular word on the internet right now. The gaslighter is another type of person you want to avoid in a relationship. Gaslighters manipulate situations, causing you to question your perceptions, memories, and ultimately your reality. Some gaslighters' red flags are their ability to distort reality. This person artfully manipulates and distorts reality, causing you to doubt yourself. They'll insist that what happened in real life didn't actually happen, leading you to feel confused and doubt yourself. They use the blame games and denial. Gaslighters will actually blame you for their own bad behavior, They refuse to take responsibility for their actions and often dodge accountability. This can lead you to feeling guilty and more responsible for situations that aren't even your fault. They invalidate your feelings, often dismissing or minimizing your emotions or experiences, leading you to invalidate your own feelings. This behavior can create a sense of isolation and confusion. Type number 5, the serial cheater. This is someone you must avoid at all costs, especially in a new relationship. If they did it once, they are 95% to repeat it again. Some of the red flags you'll see in the history are the history of infidelity, a track record of being unfaithful in past relationships. They might engage in repeat instances of cheating, showing a pattern of behavior rather than a one-time mistake. They'll have a zero accountability and no remorse, despite being caught or confronted about their cheating ways. The serial cheater fails to take responsibility for what they've done. They might express remorse superficially, but the behavior doesn't change, prolonging the cycle of unfaithfulness. They lack the ability to rebuild trust, even if they promise to change. The serial cheater struggles to regain your trust. Their repeated betrayal makes it challenging to believe in their commitment to truly change. Type number 6, the overly jealous partner. Jealousy is a normal human emotion. We've all felt it at one point in our lives. However, dealing with the overly jealous partner is intimidating. You shouldn't accept this behavior, especially in a new relationship. Some red flags to look out for in this overly childish partner might be something akin to constant accusations and distrust. The overly jealous partner, they will constantly question your loyalty and accuse you of cheating without any reason behind it. Their lack of trust leads to constant suspicion and monitoring of your relationships with other people. They isolate and control you, and may attempt to isolate you from friends and family, seeking to control your time and emotional dependence. This creates a barrier, making it difficult for you to seek support or maintain healthy social connections outside of this toxic relationship. They will probably use emotionally manipulative tactics like guilt tripping or expressing intense distress to control you, making it a challenge for you to express yourself for you. Type number 7, the emotionally unavailable person. This is one for the anxiously attached people. The emotionally unavailable person is a recipe for disaster. Some of the red flags are they avoid emotional conversations. The emotionally unavailable person avoids conversations about feelings, future plans, or the depth of the relationship. This creates a block, making it difficult to cultivate emotional intimacy. They have inconsistencies in engagement, causing confusion and doubt in you. They might seem distant or disengaged without a clear reason. They withdraw during times of emotional intimacy. Emotionally unavailable partners can withdraw when conversations or situations become more intense or require them to show their vulnerability, leading to a lack of closeness and shared emotional depth. Type number 8, the manipulative charmer. It might seem like they're too good to be true. Ultimately, they use their charm to hide their ulterior motives. Some of their red flags include charming offense. The manipulative charmer presents an initial facade of charm, charisma, and adaptability, tailoring their behavior to match what their partner wants to see. And their mask is inconsistent with who they truly are. They have an adaptive personality. Have you ever been around someone who behaved differently around different people? The manipulative charmer changes their persona based on the situation or people, creating confusion about their true intentions and causing doubt about the specifics of who they truly are. They flatter for control. Manipulative charmers use flattery and praise to gain control over their partner. often implementing deceitful compliments to manipulate emotions and actions. Type number 9. The financially irresponsible partner. One of the top reasons as to why marriages fail is money problems. The financially irresponsible partner is a recipe for disaster, especially when you're in the beginning of the relationship. Some things to look out for in this type are consistent financial instability. The financially irresponsible partner displays a pattern of irresponsibility with money, like overspending, borrowing without repayment, or lacking financial planning skills. This behavior creates uncertainty and stress in the relationship. They avoid financial discussions. This type of partner tends to avoid discussions of or become defensive about anything that has to do with money. They hesitate to talk about money and get in the way of building a stable financial foundation in a relationship. They have a dependency on others. The financially irresponsible partner relies heavily on others, financially showing an inability to manage their own money independently and responsibly. Number 10. The hothead. A person who is quick to react without thinking of the consequences that come from their impulsive actions. This is a hard lesson in dealing with the unresolved anger issues. Some of their red flags include having a short fuse and aggressive reactions. The hothead displays a fast escalation to anger, often over extremely trivial and petty situations. Their reactions can be intense and aggressive, which can lead to feelings of fear within the relationship. There are loads of blame shifting and denial. This type of a person can deflect responsibility, blaming you or others for provoking their anger. They often deny and deflect their behaviors and its impact on you, which in turn won't allow for a resolution. Their anger may create an emotionally unsafe atmosphere within the relationship, leaving you feeling anxious or hurt or afraid to express yourself openly. There could be instances where the anger increases in more intense situations, and they may become physically abusive towards you. They're used to torture. Type number 11. The love bomber. He's whispering sweet nothings in your ear. He showers you with intense love and affection early on in the relationship. You feel like you're floating on cloud 9. Something tells you, this seems too good to be true. And I'm sorry to say that it probably is. Some red flags of the love bomber might be excessive declarations of love. A love poem that constantly declares love in an intense and accelerated manner, saying things like, you're my soulmate, or I've never met anyone like you, after only a few dates, without taking time to get to know you on a deep emotional level. Building a deep connection takes time, which is the opposite of the love bomber's timeline. Grandiose gestures. This person loves showering you with extravagant and over-the-top gifts, love notes, or even makes elaborate plans for the future. In the initial stages of the relationship, there's no solid foundation of trust or understanding, and any established behavior dissipates over time. They need constant attention and contact. Another common red flag the love bomber displays. They're bombarding you with an overwhelming amount of attention. They want to spend all of their time with you, constantly phoning, texting, or emailing you, not leaving the space for personal boundaries over your life. It's important to recognize red flags in new relationships. Listen to your intuition. Wombs are a life portal and also an internal compass. Yours will let you know what resonates positively with you. You know the feeling. Trust it. It was given to you for a reason. Whether it's a controlling partner, an emotionally unavailable, or the dreaded manipulative charmer, each person has a set of challenges. It's crucial to set boundaries early in the relationship and stand 10 toes down on said boundaries. If you need help with boundaries, check out my book, available on my site. I also offer coaching if you'd like that personal attention.